Welcome to Garden Cafe. I'm Maureen, and this is my Texas Zone 8B 9A garden. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I've planted just a huge amount of bulbs, bare root rose, peonies. I mean, so much. But we're past the freezing stage now. 70s during the day, 50s at night. I'm impatient, so I'm going to be planting some pretty things today in the front swoop and around the pond in the back. What I'm planting today is mostly from my sister. She lives in Houston, and she ends up growing the prettiest plants from seed. I still have trouble with seeds, but hers, I don't know, they're pretty nice. They're really nice. So anyway, that, and she bought me these awesome gerbera daisies. Now I'll trim back the flowers that are dying. There's a few buds down in here that looks like they're ready to start with new blooms, and the same across. So I've got the petunias, gerbera daisies out here. I'm just going to add a little bit of this good soil again that I got from Costco. Some garden tone, slow release fertilizer, and these are dry, so I will definitely water these in when I get everything planted. I have to be careful because I've planted about, and I have videos of that as well, I've planted about, good Lord, at this point, about 40 or 50 bulbs. So I have no doubt anything I plant at this point, I'll be digging up some bulbs. I did not mark them well at all. Put some more here. Okay. That looks good. That easy. Okay, and here, I don't see any bulbs yet. It's surprising. They may be in some of these piles. My husband was so sweet. He came out and saw where I placed the plants when I had to go to the doctor's today, and when I got home, he dug the holes where I placed them. So, very sweet. Oh, here's a bulb right here that's coming up. All right, I want to be careful of him. Okay. Take some of the older leaves out. Oh, when I looked this up, this bio line, I didn't know what it was. Turns out, I guess it keeps pests away. That's kind of odd. I have no idea, but I'm just going to stick those in with these plants. And if that's what it does, we need more soil in there. That would be fabulous. A little bit more. I'm going to need to go get more soil out of the garage, I think. And some garden food. Yeah, put this little guy back in. Okay. Not sure what that is. But just in case, a lot of things in here. And last year I planted everything mixed in with everything else. I liked lots of textures and colors and different kinds all coming through at the same time. This year I'm planting more in drifts. Maybe probably in between, to be honest with you. That'll be somewhere in the middle. Because I do like all the colors and textures all blending together. I just think that's so pretty. But maybe some areas where I'll do drifts. I did drift of the peonies back there. I planted them all in just like a 2 by 2 foot area. I think that'll be pretty. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so that's this one. I'll fast forward for the rest of them. Now it's time to water all of this in, and I've got a ton of deadheading to do. That last freeze we had, my verbena is not happy with it, but it's still alive. So once I deadhead it and cut off the sections that are damaged, I think it'll bounce right back. Well, in this last freeze, my cyclamen decided that was it. So I'm going to plant a few things in here. Again, I'm feeling very springy. The weather's definitely worth it. I want color. So in here, I thought I would mix hyacinth for blooms now with sunshine gazania for blooms later. Let's see. I just want color and I want pretty and I don't want it to look dead. So let's get rid of these cyclamen first. Now, some of these will grow back. I have about a 50-50 good luck with these guys. So I'm going to clip them back and I'm just going to put them in a pot just to see what happens out of the sun. That last freeze, it didn't like, and it does well usually during the winter, but yeah, it did not appreciate that last one, and it definitely does not like direct sun. You know, more like Texas sun. Get some of the soil off of it. I'll put these over on the planting table. As I said, if they don't come back, that's okay. If they do, woohoo! All right, let me put these over here. All right, so we have 6 hyacinth and 1, 2, 3, 4 sunshine gazanias. Let me get some of the good soil in here. Mix it in just to refresh it a little bit. Okay, and some of the garden food. I am going to be so much better about fertilizing my plants this year. Last year, not so much. I started, maybe after June doing it once a month, but I'm watching all of these garden video channels and man, these folks fertilize like weekly. So I'll test it out and see how much of a difference it makes. All right, so we have 6 of the hyacinths. I get these guys out. Wow, look at those roots. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 have current flowers. The other few, I cut the flowers off because they were dying. So I'll put 2 flowering and 2 not flowering. I mean 1 not flowering in each pot and 2 flowering in each pot. Look at these roots. Good Lord. Root bound, root bound. That is what it looks like. Okay, so I also have 4 sunshine gazinias. So I think I'll put them in between. All right, looks good. These guys, I'll tell you, so unimpressive. Stuck it in the ground. I think actually it pulled it thinking it was grass at one point, grew back again, and did a picture ID on it, and it said sunshine gazania. Let it go. Made sure I marked it so I wouldn't, I mean, it looks like grass, so I wouldn't take it apart. And it grew the most stunning photos, which I'll try to find one and include it here. So pretty. So pretty. But that one definitely comes around in the hotter months. Actually, let me loosen these roots a little. Well, these are loose. Oh, good Lord, this guy was root bound. All right. Okay. Here we go. Well, his roots aren't very well established, are they? That's fine. He can take his time growing in here. Wow, the roots like go around the bottom and start going up on the top. So this poor guy definitely was ready to be planted. Okay. I'm sure he'll be much happier here. Sunshine gazania. Woo. Seriously, shallow roots. Very shallow roots. All right. And last hyacinth for this window box. It's not really a window box, it's just a planter because it's not on a window. All right, that looks good. I'll get some good soil in here. And this stuff apparently is really good for drainage and also for retaining moisture, for holding the moisture in. So I'm not sure how that works, but I love the feel of it. Okay, 1 window box down. Okay, let's go over here. Blowing away. I have a lot to plant around the front swoop. More of the petunias, a few of the gerbera daisies, and I've got some seed dahlias back there that I want to plant. Obviously, those will be taller, so I want them towards the back. Let's go ahead and get started. There we go. A little good soil. Actually, I'll put it in here while I'm here. Some plant tone. And put it in. And the rest, I will fast forward. And last but not least, my 2-seed dahlias. I think that's it for planting today. A lot to get done. I'm going to clean up, put the solar lights back where they belong, and then water everything in very well. Well, it's a pretty start for the very beginning of, well, a Central Texas spring, which is actually the last week of February.